Hey guys, it's Kim. In today's video I'm just going to be doing the book boyfriend tag, which was created by Sabrina from Sabrina the Teenage Reader. It's a really short tag, but I thought it was fun and I figured I'd do it. Okay, so the first question is, who was your first book boyfriend? And the answer to that is Edward Cullen from Twilight. Yes, he was my first book boyfriend. I think I read this when I was in like 7th grade or 8th grade, so I was probably around 14 years old. But oh my god, I was so enamored with Edward. He was like the perfect guy. I mean, he set the bar for all my other book boyfriends. I mean, can you really blame me? He was like this flawless, unstoppable guy whose world revolved around this normal girl. And anyway, I ate it up. I loved it when I read it. I don't know that I would still love it as much if I read it now. I mean, I was 14 then, I'm 22 now. So I don't know how I feel about it. I probably still enjoy it. I just don't know that I enjoy it as much. But then again, I like The Host by Stephanie Meyer, and I like The Chemist by Stephanie Meyer, so I don't know, maybe I would still enjoy it a lot. I don't know. But he was my very first book boyfriend. Alright, so question 2 is, who is your randomest or weirdest book boyfriend? And I don't know the answer to that. I feel like that would have to be a side character, like in a normal book, or just somebody who's not like your typical book boyfriend that you normally go for. So I really had to think about this one, and honestly the guy that I picked, I don't even know that it would apply as much, but anyway, I chose Adrian Ivashkov he was a side character in Vampire Academy, and then he's one of the main characters in the spin-off series, which is Bloodlines. But anyway, he is not like my normal book boyfriend. He is different. He is self-centered, or at least he is in the beginning. He's self-centered, and he's, you know, like that rich kid that has had everything handed to him and like stuff like that. He's got vices, like he smokes and he drinks, and he's not this like, he's not a very good guy. I mean, he's a nice guy, but he's not like the best guy. Despite all his flaws, like especially in the Bloodline series, you really should see him grow as a person. I haven't actually finished that series yet, but I want to actually, and he's one of the main reasons why. But anyways, honestly guys, if y'all don't know Adrian Ivashkov, y'all should really get to know him, because I really, really like him. And if you don't, well then, I'm sorry you don't like him, but I do. Alright, question 3 is, who is your baddie slash villain slash antagonist book boyfriend? Oh my god. These are probably some of the best book boyfriends, because it's like, you know you're not supposed to like them, but you kind of like them anyway. But the person that I chose, I don't know if it necessarily applies or not, but is Death from the Arcana Chronicles. This is the first book in the Arcana Chronicles, and this is the second one, but anyway, he's on the back cover of the second book. It'd definitely be Death. He is such a bad guy, but I am shamelessly all over that. I really, really, really enjoy getting to know this character, because he's not necessarily what he appears to be. And Kresley Cole does such a good job writing him. Kresley Cole does, honestly, such a good job writing anyone. She is one of my most favorite authors. I mean, I love everything she writes, YA or adult. She has such a talent for writing. I really do enjoy reading this series, and I'm not going to tell you much about Death because, spoilers! But, yeah, just know that he is my villain book boyfriend. Alright, question 4 is, who is a book boyfriend that you broke up with? And, oh my god, so like, I normally am like a good judge of books on whether or not I'm gonna like books. Now that is not like all the time. I do have like my moments where I don't like a book, but I think like for this question specifically, it would be a book boyfriend that you really, really loved, and then something happened and you didn't love him as much. Because honestly, the books that you read and you don't like, I don't feel like that's breaking up with a book friend. I don't feel like that's breaking up with a book boyfriend. I feel like that's just, you never really clicked. But the worst is when you really, really like one and then you just don't. And so for me personally, that was Damon Black from the Deluxe series by Jennifer L. Armentrout, and like, I was so distraught. Like, I was so mad. Because I really, really like Damon Black. So anyway, this is obviously Obsidian. This is the first book in the Lux series by Jennifer L. Armentrout, which, if you haven't read this one, this book is so good. Like, the first 3 books I loved so much. Like, they were so good. I blew through them. Jennifer L. Armentrout was like my favorite author at the time that I was reading this series. And Damon Black was this perfect mix of douchiness and sweetness, which, I mean, aren't all book boyfriends. But yeah, I loved him. And then I got to the 4th book and I was so excited and I started reading it and I was like, oh my god, what is this? what happened to Damon Black. Personally for me, what ruined the series was the first 3 books are told from Kat's point of view, and then the 4th one is told from Kat's point of view and Damon's point of view, and literally like everything revolved around Kat. And I was like, really? That's it? That's what goes on in your head? Like, no. You really want more than just them thinking about this girl, because oh my god, it gets old fast. So anyway, I couldn't finish the 4th one, and I sadly broke up with Damon Black. Honestly, crushed me. I thought that every other series, like if it wasn't started with dual point of view, it shouldn't end with dual point of view, because I thought it would ruin the series. But that's not true actually, because Bloodlines, it starts in Sydney's point of view, which is the main character, and then the second book, or I don't know if it's the second book or the third book, but I think it's the second book, picks up with her point of view and Adrian Evashkov's point of view. And this series is like so good. So I think it just depends on how it's written. Anyway, loved it here, didn't love it as much here. And then question 5 is, who is your favorite book boyfriend? Oh, it's a hard question, honestly. If we're sticking to YA, I would probably say Jackson DeVoe from Kresley Cole's Arcana Chronicles series. I don't really know what it is about Jackson DeVoe that I love so much. I just really love his character. And I think part of the reason is because somebody else told me they hated him, and I was like, no, he is perfect. And then I kind of just stuck to it. He's probably my favorite. I don't think there's anything per se that makes him better than any other book boyfriend, but I really like him. And it doesn't hurt that he's Kresley Cole's, one of Kresley Cole's characters. Like I said, I really, really love Kresley Cole. Honestly, my book boyfriend list, if I named like everyone, her heroes would probably be most of them. But since we're talking about YA, I'm just gonna stick with good old Jack. I'll admit he's kind of a douche. I'm not gonna lie, he really is. But I still love him. Yes, you can totally judge me. It is okay. I will not be hurt. I am one of those girls that is all over the bad boy cliche. What I like about these bad boy cliches is that they're typically not really bad guys. They're really actually misunderstood guys, you know, and you get to slowly, you see who they really are. Like these layers are peeled back and you're like, oh my god, you know, they're actually this really, I mean, not nice guy, they're still not nice guys, but their background, like you can totally understand where they're coming from. Personally for Jack, like, he is such a douche. But I really, really do love him, and he's had a tough life. And I don't know, characters that have had a tough life, like I genuinely like them, you know, and I will excuse their douchiness. Anyway, like in real life, the bad boy thing probably wouldn't fly with me, but in books, I could totally be seduced by it. Alright, I will link the original video to Sabrina's down below, and I will also put the questions in case anybody wants to do this book tag, which you are all tagged by the way. If you want it, go for it. In the comment section down below, if you would like, let me know who your favorite, most epic all-time book boyfriend is. I would love to know, because this is one of my favorite topics, I think, talking about book boyfriends. That is it. That is all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit the like button and subscribe, and I will see you in my next video.